Hello, you guys. Super stoked to be chatting with you today. I was responding to messages last week and I had one of my people be like, I just started working full time. My daughter needs me. I've got X amount of kids, all the things. I just don't have time to work out. And she's one of my people. She's one of my customers. She's one of my people. And I asked her, okay, do you want me to help you find time to work out, or is it just not a priority right now? And she was like, no, please help me find time to work out. Okay. So this message today is with that in mind. Okay. For all of us who feel like I just don't have time for the self-care piece. I don't have time to take care of myself. I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to eat healthy. I don't have time to fill my cup. I don't have time to read a book. I don't have time to XYZ, whatever. Okay. So this is probably the one question I get asked the most often is, girlfriend, how in the freak do you do what you do? Okay. And I did a podcast episode about this, but I wanted to switch it. And I'm going to talk very similarly. So if you've already listened to my podcast, if you're all caught up, some of this might sound very familiar. If you've never heard this episode, yay, congratulations, I'm bringing it here to you today. And if you already have heard this episode, I'm going to tweak it because that was more like mom life general. This is going to be like specific to my fit lifers. Okay. And if you really want to make health and fitness a priority in your life. Okay. So you guys probably know this about me. I love acronyms. Okay. There's a reason that Miracle Morning and the Lifesavers are just my jam. It's very easy to remember SAVERS and run through it every single day. Did I do that? Did I do that? Did I do that? Did I do that? And it's just like a check, 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 check. Sweet. Yep, I did it. Yay, I'm a rock star. Okay, moving on with my life, right? So I want to give you an acronym today for getting it all done. Okay. And you guys know me. One of my favorite words in the whole wide world is the word grace. So our acronym today is called GRACE. Okay. G stands for get more done. How do I do what I do? I habit stack. Okay. That's what I mean by get more done. And a lot of you guys like make fun of me, and that's totally fine. It's all right. But when I'm like checking in on our Marco Polo thread, or I am on a call for coaching or whatever, like you will never see me, unless I'm leading a call like this, you will never see me sitting still. You won't. You will always see me folding laundry, or sometimes I'm driving and it's not very safe. I should stop that, right? Or you will see me unloading my dishwasher or making breakfast for my family, or most of the time it's laundry. Like typically most of the time that's when I save my laundry for, is when I'm on calls. So that's what you'll see me doing a lot. Okay. But I habit stack all sorts of things. When I'm taking a shower, I'm listening to my affirmations or my personal development, an audiobook of some sort, or I'm listening to a coaching call. When I'm getting ready for the day, I'm listening to one of those same things. When I'm making my bed, I'm listening to a spiritual devotional talk. Okay. When I am cleaning my kitchen, I am catching up on a work call or whatever, or this type of thing. I'm listening to the recordings of this type of stuff. Okay. So I'm always habit stacking. Okay. I'm doing things together at the same time. And one of the things I learned that from the book Atomic Habits. And one of the things he suggests in that book also is like, if you really hate doing something, pair it with something you really like. So if you really like watching a specific show on Netflix, pair it with something that you don't like. In my case, folding laundry, right? And you can get more done when you pair it together like that. You still got to watch your favorite show on Netflix, and you got your laundry folded because you put the two habits together. Okay. So then it knocks out more on your to-do list, and then you can move on and have more time for the other things that bring you joy in your life, right? Like spending time with your family and going outside and having time to work out, right? Yay, you can have time to work out when you do stuff like that. Okay, that's G. R stands for really look at your time. I forgot to bring my planner in here. You will hear me talk about this every day of my life, probably for the rest of forever, unless it gets discontinued. The Ultimate Achiever Clever Fox Planner has absolutely changed my life. Okay. I live by it. It is the thing that I carry with me all day, every day, which is kind of why I'm really surprised that it's not in here with me. But the biggest feature about it that I love is the time blocking thing, the time blocking layout. And you might be like, yeah, you can do that on anywhere. I have had like 4, 5, 6 other planners. This is the only one that I like it because it starts at 5 a.m. It ends at 10 p.m. just like me. And there's plenty of room for all the things that I want to take notes about. Okay. So I time block literally every single spot on my calendar, and like literally every spot. So I know what I'm doing at 3. I got to go pick up my groceries. I know what I'm doing at 4. I'm starting the spaghetti squash in the oven. I know what I'm doing at 4:30. I'm sitting down to eat dinner with my family. I know what I'm doing at 5. I'm speaking on a team call for one of my coach friends. I know what I'm doing at 6:30. I'm helping my kids get to bed. I know what I'm doing at 7 p.m. I'm going to wash my face and do a little bit of self-care and read my fiction book. I know what I'm doing at 7:30. I'm going to put my book down. I'm going to spend time with Blake for until 8:30. I don't know what we're going to do together, but I know I'm going to spend time with Blake. Then at 8:30, I know I'm going to plug into my coachness. I'm going to respond to messages. I'm going to check my Marco Polo threads. I'm going to wind down. I'm going to go to bed at 9:30 so I can wake up and repeat tomorrow. Okay. When you really, really, really look at your time, there is so much time that we waste on crap. Okay. And when we don't tell our time where to go, it's just like our money, right? When we don't tell our time where to go, we'll end up wondering where it went. And when we don't tell our time where to go, we end the day and like, how did I get sucked into 6 episodes of XYZ when I had this huge to-do list? Like, how did I let myself do that? Right? Because you didn't tell yourself what to do with your time. And here we are saying, I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to read a book. I don't have time to play with my kids. And I just want to like slap people nicely, but with a little bit of force and tell them, okay, if you have time to watch an hour and a half of your favorite show every day, you have time to push play on a 30-minute workout. Okay. And I see my girl Haley, not right now because she blacked out her screen, but she's working out right now. Okay. She's listening to this. She's on this call and she's working out right now. Okay. That's freaking awesome. She's habit stacking. She's getting more done, right? She's doing G like I talked about at the beginning. Yeah. Thank you for turning your camera on, girlfriend, because you deserve to be seen. You're a slayer. Okay. Awesome. Rad. Okay. Really, really look at your time and really get real with yourself. Do you have time? Or are you just not making it a priority? Okay. Because these workouts, there's a 15-minute workout that is my go-to on those busy days. Cause I get it. Like there are some days that you're like, I literally don't know. Like I'm traveling today. I don't know. I'm going to have to wake up really early or do it at the airport or whatever. And y'all, I have done both of those things. I have woken up at 3:30 on a travel day to get my workout in. I have literally done a Transform 20 workout in the middle of the airport at my gate. And you know what? Did people judge me? Yeah, probably. But am I ever going to see those people again? Nope, I'm not. So I don't care because I value my health over their opinion of me. Okay. So is it that you don't have time, or is it that you're not making it a priority? Okay. So just like really syncing with that question and doing that gut check for yourself. Okay. Really, really look at your time. A stands for ask for help. Ask for help. One of my girls, Savannah, got on our Marco Polo chat a couple days ago and was like, y'all, I was mad at my kids. I was like just being super short. I just was done. And as soon as my husband got home, I walked out the door. And well, I told him like, I need to go for a run. Okay. And I walked out the door and I went for a run, and she went on like a 3-4 mile run and she asked for help. Okay. There are days where, you know what, it's not going to happen at 10 o'clock in the morning maybe like we want to. We got to sleep in, all of our kids are lovely and not fighting, and we don't have a whole bunch of plans today, right? Like that's not how working out at my house looks. It's not. It never will be, I don't think. And so sometimes you just need to ask for help. And me and my friend, we swap kids every week. And every single time we swap kids, she does her workout because she's like, it's just so nice to have like one workout where I'm not getting interrupted 400 times. And every other time that she works out, she fits it into the cracks of mom life and whatever. But one day a week, she asks for help. She accepts help, okay, when someone offers it. And then she makes the time. She makes the time for her workouts, okay? Okay, so ask for help if you need it. And there's no shame. There's no shame. And if you're one of those people who's like, well, really, like my husband leaves at 4 a.m. and I just don't like to work out at night because night workouts suck, then what's so wrong about having a workout where your kids interrupt you 400 times? I mean, is it like a little obnoxious? Yeah. But I have learned myself that they did that maybe a couple times. And I have learned specifically which programs I need to do not around my children. If it's a Shaun T program where I'm doing push-ups a lot, no, you cannot be in the room with me because I will say mean things that I don't mean in the moment because I hate my life so much. Okay. But if I'm doing a dance workout from Shaun T, I'm like, oh yeah, come on in, like come dance with me. This is so fun, right? Or like any sort of turbo fire. Yeah, come do this with me. If I'm busting out 6 weeks of the work and he's asking me to do push-ups and pull-ups and all the things that I'm like, it is literally taking every ounce of my energy not to just quit right now. No children allowed. Okay. So finding that for yourself and then asking for help as you need it and making tweaks and making changes and giving yourself grace, right? If your kids are on your back while you're doing push-ups, or they're right underneath you or crawling all up in your space while you're in plank, right? Or they're like jumping right next to you and asking you for the 400th snack, right? Like, and it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. And that's why there's a pause button. Does it suck? Yes, it does. It does suck. But you can pause it and you can keep going as soon as they're done. Or if they're not an infant, you can tell them, wait, right? Like your children will not die if they have to wait a little bit of time. And you can tell them, I have 5 more minutes. Cheer me on while I got 5 more minutes left, right? And then they'll watch you and they'll cheer you on. Maybe they'll join you. And then it becomes this like fun thing, right? And then they just get used to it. Like, this is just mom. Mom just works out. And I just need to wait. And when she says to get out of here, she really means it because she's going to be mean if I don't get out of here, right? Or whatever that looks like for you. And I started to say this, but I didn't finish my thought. And if you're someone who like really the only time you can work out is at night, that is when energized is my favorite. There are days that I'm like, I didn't get my workout in, or I really want to do a second workout because my first workout just didn't really hit the spot today. I like to work out though. I think you guys know that about me. So like at night, I go to High Fitness, and there is like, just on Thursdays, but there's like, it's like almost the end of the week. And I'm like, there's no way I'm going to have the energy to do this. But then I drink me some Energize and I'm like, I can do anything. I can literally do anything. And I'm literally known as like the crazy person at High Fitness. And I'm like 90% sure it's just Bryn. No, that's not true. That's like 60% just who Bryn is. And she's just a crazy person. And 40% it's because I had Energize, and Energize makes me just come alive. Right. So if you're someone who are like, I just don't have the energy to work out at night, but that's what I really need to do, get you some Energize. Okay. It'll change your ever living life. Yes. Megan's like Bryn mode. Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. It's fine. And Christy said in the chat, yes, lady, preach. We bought my 18-year-old or oh my gosh, no, 18-month-old 1 pound weight so he can work out with me. It has changed my workouts in such a positive way. Yes, 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 yes. I love that. And we have done the same thing for our kiddos. We like have their Nikes. I always say that they're not Nikes. Just we have their athletic shoes, but downstairs we always have an extra pair of socks in the diaper bag so we don't have to like run upstairs if they decide they want to work out with us in the middle of the workout. We have 2 pound weights, pink ones and blue ones, right? And we've got 5 pound weights that they can use, and it's really adorable. I have so many videos. Like, just go to my Instagram stories and watch family workout highlights. It is so dang cute how many times my kiddos join me, and I love it. I love it. Like I said, there are some workouts, specifically 6 weeks of the work and Insanity Max 30, the push-up ones, where I'm like, you cannot, like, I'm waking up at 4 to get my workout in at 4 so that you cannot drive me crazy during those. But 95% of the other workouts, yeah, join me. Come on in. Okay. All right. That was a tangent. It's all right. C stands for create your own dreams instead of living other people's, AKA Bren mode's about to come out in full force. Are you ready? You ready? You'll help me calm down, huh? Turn off the TV and get a life. Yeah, did you see that? Nod for emphasis. She nodded at you. Okay. If you don't have time to work out, turn off the TV and go work out. I listened to a talk. It's when I was like 17 years old, and it's this spiritual influencer that I know of. His name's John, by the way. And he has a talk called Turn Off the TV and Get a Life. And it shaped me into the person that I am today. And I am so grateful that I listened to that talk when I was so young, because it really opened my eyes. And I'm gonna get a little spiritual on you. Jesus is in my background. That's all right. If you know me at all, you know I love Jesus. But it opened my eyes, not just to like okay, how lazy am I being right now? Like, how much unfulfilled potential could I have by turning off the TV and going to live my dreams? Like, how much Spanish could I learn? How I could finally learn the piano like I've always wanted to. I could actually get good at washing my face for once, right? I can change more people's lives through this coaching business that I'm super passionate about. I can read more books. I can spend more time unplugged and present with my children. I can XYZ, whatever, all the things, right? When you turn off the TV and get a life. And not only that, okay, sure, yes, I'm going to step into my power and be the person God sent me here to be, but I'm also not going to be desensitized. Like, if you just think about, okay, I'm going to give an example that he gives in the talk. Okay. So he talked, and guys, I haven't even had Energize. I love this. Bren mode is in full force. It's fine. Hydrate for the win. Is it Winnie baby? And I promise I don't beat her. I know she has a black eye on one side and a Band-Aid on the other, but she is loved, I promise. It's just fine. It's just life right now. And she's falling and getting into everything. But the other side of that is not being desensitized. Okay. So he gives this example in the talk of, I want you to think, okay, listen to this movie and try to guess what movie it is that I'm talking about. Okay. Girl tries to commit suicide. Boy saves girl. Boy introduces girl into drugs, sex, gambling, all the things. She disobeys her parents, and this boy ends up leaving this girl by dying. Okay. And she is rewarded for her disobedience to her parents, for her choices, for all the things she got into, with fame and wealth and riches and glory. Can anybody think of the movie? Titanic. Titanic. If you've ever seen it, everybody's frozen. Is it me? Did I freeze? Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay? Did I freeze for a second or did you hear me? Okay. Jeanette, unmute yourself and tell me the last thing you heard.
Girl gets rewarded for, like, after the guy commits suicide.
Okay. So guy did not commit suicide. He died. Okay. But the girl is rewarded for all of her choices, for disobeying her parents, for getting into drugs and sex and all the things, with fame and glory and money. Can anybody think of the movie? No? You ready for it? Titanic. It's Titanic. If you've ever seen it, maybe it's been a while, maybe you've never seen it, congratulations. But that's like the subliminal message behind Titanic. If you commit suicide, you'll meet a really cute boy. And then if you meet this really cute boy, you can just like be rewarded with like fame and glory and money, because you like just, you don't listen to your parents. They don't know anything, and you'll just find love, and it's okay if you get into all these things that your mom and dad didn't want you to do, right? Like that is the subliminal message. And if you look, he says, and I'm gonna be bold, Bryn mode is in full force. I'm not even gonna lie about that. He says, I dare you to find me one episode of Friends where the family unit is not mocked on every side. Okay. So when we watch TV, not only are we wasting time and procrastinating, but we're being desensitized. We're seeing people be murdered, and it's like not even a thing, right? And I would love to sit here and tell you like, Bryn never watches anything bad ever. That's not true. That's not true. There's movies that I've watched and I'm like, I really should not be watching this. Like, I really should not be watching this, but I do. And then I'm like, why did I watch that? Right? But if we can just wake up to the fact that we are letting other people, when we watch all these shows, when we watch all these TV shows, movies, whatever, not only are we not being the person that God sent us here to be, because we're wasting so much freaking time, we're also being desensitized. Okay. So enough said about that. You get the point about that. Create your own dreams. Turn off the TV and get a life. Okay. Great. Last point, E. Expect opposition. Okay. Expect it. Because anytime you decide to change your life, anytime you decide, I'm going to do it, I'm going to wake up tomorrow, I'm going to work out, I'm going to eat super healthy, I'm going to XYZ, whatever, fill in the blank, something, you're welcome, Steph, she said in the chat, needed to hear the TV tip, thank you. But something is going to go wrong. If you decide that you're going to wake up, I'm going to wake up at, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. I'm going to do it. Then guess what? If you have one, are you okay? If you have one kid, your one kid is going to wake up. If you have two kids, your two kids are going to wake up. If you have 4 kids, all 4 of your kids are going to wake up in the middle of the night. And you're going to get about 3.5 minutes of sleep. And then you're going to be like, well, great, never mind. I'm not waking up at 5, right? And there it goes, day 1, and never mind. I guess I'll just start next week, right? Or somebody's going to get sick, or somebody's going to something, whatever. It's the universe trying to test you to see how serious you are about changing your life, about creating goals and dreams that actually matter and that will actually make a difference. And I think you guys have heard me say this before. And if you haven't, welcome to Bryn's Mind. There is literally no such thing as self-sabotage, okay? It's Satan. It is literally Satan trying to keep you small, trying to keep you stuck. So when you expect it, and I say this all the time on my podcast, but I don't know how many of you listen to my podcast regularly. But when we know, if we know how to listen to the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit, whatever you call it, the voice of God, okay, we have to recognize it. We have to know what that voice sounds like and how he speaks to us. We also need to know how the adversary speaks to us so that we can differentiate and so that we can literally say, not today, Satan, right? Like, I know when I'm feeling the Spirit. I know when the Holy Ghost is speaking to me and whispering things to me. Do I always listen? No, I'm not perfect. I'm not even going to pretend like I am. And guess what? I also know when it's Satan. I know how he speaks to me. I know he is in no way, shape, or form creative. Anytime I feel afraid to go somewhere and those thoughts come into my head of like, you don't even belong there. Like, you shouldn't go. You're such a terrible mom. Like, are you kidding me? You should not go to that thing. That's when I'm like, oh, I see you, Satan. Get out of my head. This is going to change my life. Okay. And then I go to that thing that Satan was all up in my head about. And I'm like, get out of the way. Okay. Because I have recognized for myself that that's how he speaks to me. He's not creative. He's not at all. Okay. And I've also recognized when I have those feelings of like, just really anytime the mom guilt comes of like, you're such a bad mom. Like, are you kidding me? You're going to let your daughter be over there by herself playing with the little door thingy while you talk to people on a computer for an hour? You're a terrible mom. Are you kidding me? And it's like, okay, like, but I'm not going to feel any guilt at all if I'm sitting here on my phone like this and looking through TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or watching people's stories, and she's over there playing with the little door jammy thingy, right? No guilt at all around that, right? It's the second I decide to make a difference in the world, the second I decide to do something for good, the second I decide to step outside of myself and bless someone else, guilt immediately. Mom guilt is Satan's favorite tool for me. Okay. You're such a bad mom. Are you kidding me? I can't believe that. Okay. So if you can just really recognize, yes, and Jeanette, I wanted to call you out on that because I'm almost positive that's what happened to you on Saturday. But we'll just leave that there. I love you. But seriously, if you can listen, it sounds weird, especially because I love that guy right here. But if you can listen and learn and know the voice of the adversary and recognize it for what it is, he'll never have anything on you. He won't. And you can just shut him up the second he starts talking. And you're like, I hear you. I do. I'm not going to pretend like you're not there. I hear you. I'm acknowledging you. And I'm going to shut you up because you do not belong here. And I have better things to do than listen to you. Okay. So expect that opposition. Get ready for it and embrace it when it comes. And that's when you can literally like power pose and not today, Satan, suck it, right? Get out of the way because here I come and I'm about to change my life. I'm about to push play on my workout, even though I didn't feel like it. I'm about to eat healthy, even though I just really want 700 cookies, right? I'm about to slay XYZ, whatever it is that I don't feel like doing because you're trying to keep me small, and look out, watch me shine. Okay. Yes. And Megan said in the chat, Fear is My Homeboy is such a good book for this. Yes, yes, yes. As is 5-second rule. That's another one that's totally changed my life in this regard of just like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it. Just go. Okay. All right. That's everything I had for you. So quick rundown. Again, if you're like, I just don't have time to change my life. I don't have time to read books. I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to eat healthy. I don't have time for self-care. I don't have time. Get more done. Habit stack. Okay. Really look at your time. Do you have time or are you just not making it a priority? Okay. Ask for help. If you need it, ask for help. And sometimes that asking for help could look like Energize because I need Energize's help a lot. It's true. Okay. And I see Megan like nodding. She's like, yeah, me too. I need Energize's help. She's got 5 kids. Okay. She needs Energize's help a lot. C, that's backwards, whatever. You get the point. C stands for create the life of your dreams instead of living through other people. Okay. And E stands for expect opposition. All right. All right. Okay. I love you. I believe in you. Go push play on your workout if you haven't yet. Get her done. Commit to your nutrition. I don't care if you're watching this on Monday or Wednesday or January 1st or April 30th. If I was going to say 31st, but that doesn't even exist, right? Or whatever day of the week, month of the year you're watching this, go push play now and expect that opposition and show up anyway. Okay. And if it's like that kid example I shared earlier, ask for help and take a nap later. Okay. But still stick true to what you said you wanted to do. Okay. All right. Recording friends, I love you. I will see you later. If you're on live, stay on live and we'll chat for a sec. Okay. Bye.